Hey guys, V here. Today I'm going to be doing the Guardian of Shadow and Despair in the Chamber of Arms, or the Alpherg fight. So here's what we're fighting for today. As you can see, I've already cleared it and gotten Ragnarok. The other things you need to do are clear the Crab's party within 30 turns to get those tickets, deal Ice, Wind, Earth, and Dark damage twice or more to Alpherg. And we need to evoke Vermouth and Titan. The evocation part's probably like the most annoying part. It's not like hard, but espers are always really annoying. But at least we don't have to kill with those espers, so I guess that's kind of nice. So when you're looking to build your party, what you want to do is pick magic chainers. You can use physical chainers, but I wouldn't recommend it for a few reasons. First of all, in phase 1, Alpherg is going to imbue your whole team with lightning, light, and fire, and he's going to buff his resistance to all those elements by 200%. So you can decide to just dispel guy your team and push on ahead with physical damage, but as long as you have magical chainers, it's much easier to use them, so that's probably what I'd recommend here. I've chosen to use Sophia and Grimlord Sakura as my main chainers, and the reason for this is that Sophia is pretty efficient in getting those elements that we need down. She can do ice, she can do earth, she does fire, lightning, and darkness as well, and fire. The only thing she doesn't cover that we need to do is wind. So that's why I have Dark Fina and Barbariccia down here for that. And then Grimlord Sakura chains with her. You can also use Transterra. I know that having so many limited units is not easy for most people, but don't worry about that. If you don't have either of these two, that's totally okay. As long as you're using some kind of elemental chainer, you're probably going to be alright. I would not recommend non-elemental just because Alpherg resists non-elemental damage. But any tornado chainers will do. Quake is not very efficient, but you could do in a pinch, or flood chainers, those will work too. You have options. There are different options for this, don't use flood chainers because he does absorb water, but if you have freeze chainers, there's not that many of those, but anyways, you have options. There are options to do this fight. Don't worry too much about having limited units or whatnot. Anyways, so this is how I set up my party. Grimlord Sakura, just equip her for high magic. We want a ribbon on as many units as possible just to deal with annoying stuff in phase 2, but so I've got a hairpin of purity on my Grimlord here. Apart from that, nothing very special, just get high magic. With Lid's equipped with a Master's Hammer, and that's just for convenience, just so I can deal earth damage a little more reliably. I stuck that on her, because we should be hitting with her limit burst at least once or twice in this fight. She also has a Lid swimsuit, and that's just to take a little less damage from water attacks. Alpherg fights mostly with non-elemental and water damage, so if you have some water resist, it would be kind of nice to throw on your units. Not mandatory, but nice. Apart from that, just high limit burst, nothing too special. I'm using Demon Rain as my physical tank. Any physical tank will do, as long as it's he's got some nice evasion on him and a ribbon. Ayaka is going to be my main healer. As you can see, I also have Fina down there, but Ayaka is going to be more useful for most of this fight just because she does stop resistance, and stop is definitely a feature in part 2 of this fight. Apart from that, I also have a Riku pouch on her just so she can be doing things when she's not healing. And then Sophia, same deal as Grimlord Sakura, just get some high magic on her. In my second line, Dark Fina, same thing. She's just going to be tornado chaining and using Lost Paradise to make the fight a little faster. So just getting high magic on her is a plus. Lotus Mage Fina I have here just for emergencies. Hopefully I won't have to use her. Same thing, just building her for Limit Burst and for that water damage. Barbariccia, same as Dark Fina. Unfortunately, her spirit isn't going to be very helpful in this fight, and I actually don't have very much in the way of either magical Aquan or stone killers. I do have Leviathan, but I have Leviathan on Nichol, who's here. Nichol's going to be very helpful in this fight, for buffs and also just for mitigating damage and buffing everyone's water resistance. Foka would also be a good healer to have in this fight. If you have Foka, I would recommend bringing her along. She could be useful for one of your healers. I probably wouldn't recommend her over Ayaka, but if you have an extra space for another healer, you could throw her in. Awakened Drain here, I have equipped with Titan, and I also have built him for some high water resist, and I'm going to be trying to not use him too much. Unfortunately, Alpherg does quite a bit of magical damage, but Awakened Drain's probably not going to be the best option for a tank here. You can use him in part 2 if you want, but in phase 1 I wouldn't bother. But anyways, he's equipped with Titan and just for high water resist. And he's also going to be useful for applying purification, because we really don't want to be statused in part 2. It's going to waste a lot of time. Anyways, this is our team. Let's go in. So here's the side crab, here's Alpherg. In part 1, he's mostly kind of tanky, doesn't deal too much damage. What we just want to do is we just want to break him, break his attack and magic. His defense and spirit can't be broken, unfortunately. And just cover with Green Rain. And then we're going to start chaining with Sakura and Sophia here. And we're going to start with fire, but we're eventually going to switch to darkness once he imbues the whole team. He does have a threshold at around 82%. It is not a hard threshold, you can pass it. But the turn after, he's going to use an AoE magical attack. And that is going to weaken us. So, but for now we don't have to worry too much about that. I'm just going to eccentric with Ayaka and chain with these two. So I hit 92%, didn't reach that threshold, but that's not a big deal. And those attacks he did, he imbued us and buffed his own resistance, and also boosted his resistance to physical and magic attacks. So we're not going to be dealing him very much damage this turn, but we're still going to try to deal him a little bit of damage here. And we're going to switch to darkness now, even though he resists darkness by 50%, because we're still going to be dealing more damage than we would trying to be fire chaining. That would not work right now. Lotus served her purpose for the time being, so I'm going to swap to Nichol. And Nichol will just use Impregnable Stance and Iceberg Stance. Just reduce the damage we're taking. Demon Rain will defend, but then also taking single target AoE water, or single target water attacks. Single target AoE, what is that? Anyways, and Ayaka in the meantime doesn't have to do too much. I can have her just re-raise and put re-raise on some units just for safety's sake. And we'll keep going. So until we hit his next threshold, Alpha is going to be pretty passive. He's not going to do too much to hurt us, and that's kind of nice. Unfortunately, Demon Ring also can't hurt Alpherg, so it's a bit of a waste of time, but it's fine. We can be patient. Just let him do his thing. So the benefit of bringing Demon Ring is he can entrust to people. That's kind of why I bring him alone, even if his counters aren't really doing too much to help in a fight. So that's what I'm doing here. Nichol doesn't have to do too much at the moment. I'm gonna have him Soulful Stance and just work on everyone's mana, because we want. Ayaka also doesn't have too much to do. She can put re-raise into more people though. You see, without that and resistance, we do way more damage to Alpherg. He's gonna use Strategist as loot, but because we buffed with Nichol, we're not really in a lot of danger of that. So now we swap back to Lid, just because her break is about to wear off. We apply that again, and then we're gonna get her out next turn. Same as before, and replace her with Nichol. Again, we're going to eccentric with Ayaka. And now we do want to be a little careful. We don't want Alpherg to go into his next phase. Well, we don't actually have to be super careful though, because he has again buffed his resistance. And we just rinse and repeat with Demon Ring. We want to get that Esper Gauge filled up, so we can just use get the summonings out of the way. So as you see here, Alpherg struck and he hit Lid and paralyzed her, but that's not too big of a concern right now. We're not going to bother healing her at the moment. She has served her purpose for another 3 turns. So, we're going to swap her out once more in favor of Nichol. And same thing for Nichol, we just rinse and repeat. Reduce our damage here. Have Demon Ring defend. And have these 2 chain until we're ready to summon our first Esper. So we still don't have our Esper Gauge full, so I'm going to swap to Dark Fina and Dark Fina and Barbariccia while I'm waiting. And I'm just going to have them get their tornado damage out of the way. I could use Nichol's abilities here to fill the Esper Gauge, but I think I'm going to wait on that. I'm just going to take my chances that Dark Fina and Barbariccia can get that last orb for me. Ayaka is just going to Kiraja. Because Demon Ring helps a little low right now. Demon Ring, could entrust, but there's no one I really want to entrust to right now, so I'm just going to have him defend. And as you can see, those two got what I was looking for. They got that last Esper Orb, which is nice. But we're actually not going to get rid of them right away. There's something I want to do with them first. Or at least with Dark Fina. Barbariccia is not... I could swap her out now, but there's no real point in doing that at the moment, so I'll just leave her in for the time being. Meantime, I have to swap Nichol out again, and I will do that in favor of Lid, and I'll have Ayaka finally heal her up and put reroll on her. With Dark Fina, while she's out, I'm going to Lost Paradise. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be, again, just chaining with Sakura and Sophia. And I want to get Phase 2 over with as soon as possible. The reason for that is just because Phase 2 is a little annoying. Alpherg will spam stop and status effects and throw a lot of magic and physical attacks. So it's not ideal to be trying to do anything while he's in that phase. It's ideal to just quickly kill him while he's there. Demon Rain again, rinse and repeat. Lid now can use Shield and Burst, so that's kind of nice. We'll have a bit of a stronger attack and magic break there. And we're going to be getting a little bit of earth damage in too. And then these two, I'm going to Lost Paradise and just set up there. So that Aquatic Tornado there did do a little bit of damage, but nothing very substantial, nothing that's killed anybody, so that's nice. Now I'm just in the prepare for Phase 2 kind of portion of my fight here. That's all I'm really doing. Lid again, I can swap back for Nichol, and Dark Fina and Barbariccia have also served their purpose, so I'm going to swap them out here in favor of Sophia and Grimlord Sakura again. And I'll just heal everyone up with Ayaka. So now I'm going to summon Remove. And the reason I'm bringing Sophia here, again, just so I can deal that ice and earth damage very efficiently during this time. And Nichol same, just rinse and repeat. So I've Impregnable Stance and Iceberg Stance. Demon Rain defends. So there's one Esper down at the very least. And we've dealt our required earth and ice damage. Once again, Alpherg and Demon Rain can exchange some meaningless blows here. And everyone just kind of waits for him to finish up so they can actually deal some real damage. And there, now we're gonna start preparing to enter the second phase. Now the second phase is pretty dangerous. We don't love phase 2. But we're gonna do our best to make it bearable. So we're gonna use Awakened Rain here, and we're gonna use Purification. That's gonna prevent anyone from getting stopped or petrified or paralyzed. We don't like any of those things. We want none of those things to be a problem. And now I'm going to have Nichol use Heroic and Barrier Stance. Not only is it going to bring the Esper Orb up, or gauge up significantly, it's going to put us in a good position going forward for going into Phase 2. And then we're going to just chain with these guys. Demon Rain, again, doesn't have much to do here. I'm just going to have him set up his cover prematurely. I'm going to go with these two and hit threshold. Now Alpherg's going to transform. Still got some graphical glitches in the game, as you can see. That super roar is very dangerous. And Sophia unfortunately died, but that's okay. We can still make this work. Awakened Rain has served his purpose for now. So we're going to swap back to Ayaka. And I'm going to have Ayaka use Angelic Feather. Bring everyone back. Grimlord Sakura is going to put Rise Again on Sophia. So she shouldn't die again. So that'd be annoying. Nichol is going to boost our water resistance and lone stance my Demon Rain, actually. The reason he's doing that is just so Demon Rain can survive the magical damage that he may be taking. Again, with Demon Rain, I'm just gonna defend, gonna make it so that other units are not taking a bunch of unneeded damage. Unfortunately, Demon Rain died there. That was really not ideal. Oh, Nichol died too. That really sucks. But we're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this work. So now we just want to kill. And we hit a threshold here, kind of unfortunate. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, well anyways. Those guys are dead, so we swap to this party. Bit unfortunate there, but we're gonna still make it through. We're still gonna make it through, I promise. First of all, let's absorb this guy's attacks. Fortunately, Dark Fina and Barbariccia should both still have re-raise. That's pretty nice. We like that. What we don't like is being vulnerable to stop. Unfortunately, I can't really fix that. But what I can do is use Standout with Awakened Ring. So he will take physical damage. In the meantime, just put re-raise on Fina and Rain. So hopefully they'll survive. And we're going to slowly chain Alpherg down with trainwreck. At least Rain doesn't take a whole lot of physical damage. That's pretty nice. Unfortunately for us, Fina is a very good re-raiser. So, at least everyone can be re-raised again. Mage can Mechalo Custom Hammer for an additional break. This does mean she's going to get a physical retribution aimed against her, but that's not too big of an issue. Again, now we really just want to kill Alpherg as quickly as possible. So we're going to be trying to do that via tornadoes. Not the most efficient way of doing it, but we're going to energy wall in and quickly take him down as much as possible. The good part about hitting that threshold is we have Awakened Ring out, and Super Roar he can easily tank. So again, we're just going to be keeping everyone alive here. This is unfortunately a very slow way of killing, but we'll make it work. So I'm going to be waiting till the last second to summon the Mage here, and that's just because rain is very vital to surviving at the moment. Fortunately we got full healing force with the lid. That's a pretty good roll. We did want that. Sophia used her link base. Sure nothing goes wrong here. And just whittle him down with these two. Oh, that was really unfortunate. We don't like that. But at least everyone has re-raise. So they're decently safe. I think I'm going to summon Titan now. Take my chances a little bit here. That we don't die. There he is, that's our last achievement completed. And now hopefully this last turn will kill. And there we go, Alpherg down. That was a little dicey at the end, but as you can see, we still made it. We're still fine. So yeah, that's that fight. That end really could have been better executed, but we survived. That's what's important. The phase 2 is really annoying. I really would not recommend staying very long in it if you can avoid it. But anyways, that's Alpherg down. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment on this video. I'll answer everything I can. And if you liked this video, despite the rocky ending, please feel free to like the video or subscribe if you want to see more content in the future. Anyways, that's it from me. That's my team event. Be out.